Good morning to the class. Welcome children. Welcome to today's class. So in last class we started our first NS class with what is science. So in last class we discussed about what is the exact meaning of science and how can so what are the important steps will be taken by the scientist when they are proceeding about any one important discovery or any investigation. So in that first we have to take in that steps the first one is the scientific thinking, and second one is observation, and third one is experimentation, and fourth one is first one is scientific thinking, second one is so before the scientific thinking also first we have to question ourselves. So questioning is the first step, next is scientific thinking, and third one is observation, and fourth one is experimentation, and fifth one is exploring the result or exploring the data. So these are the 5 important steps will be taken by the scientists when they are proceeding about any one new discovery or any one new invention. So by using this science, here we have so many changes. So science will change the world completely. The main change was because of due to the science only. So here you see, if scientists are constantly trying to make new discoveries or to develop new concepts and theories, then the body of knowledge produced by science should be undergo constant change. Such change progress towards a better understanding of nature. So because of the science, because of this scientific thinking and observations only, we can able to understand the world in the better way. Means we can able to understand the nature in the better way. It is achieved by constantly questioning whether our current ideas are correct or not. So the result is that theories come undergo and or at least modified through them. So an old ideas are questioned and new evidences will be discovered. So whatever the old ideas we have around us, those will be, whenever those will be questioned, then we can able to get the new ideas. So that is a new, that will become as a new discovery. So in the words of Karl Popper, see here, science is a history of corrected mistakes. Science is a history of corrected mistakes. And even Albert Einstein also remarked of himself that fellow Einstein every year retracts what he wrote the year before. So many scientists have remarked that they would like to return to life in a new centuries to see the what new knowledge and new ideas have been developed by them, and to see which of their own centuries ideas have been discarded. So finally, scientists observe the nature and its laws. They discover the secrets of nature also. So scientists observe the nature and its laws, and they discover the new secrets also. So based on these discoveries and inventions of different innovations takes place. So scientists follow a specific way for their innovations. That way they follow is called the scientific method. So whatever the method, whatever the procedure they will follow, that method will be called as a scientific method. So scientific thinking, scientific method, that is the main initial step we have to take when they are discovering any new thing or new invention also. So let us find out how they follow. So in the scientific method, you see, so scientists they will work on one discovery. They want to discover a new thing, they want to invention a new thing. So here you see, first they will go for the scientific method. So in the scientific method, first they will go for the planning and investigation. What they want to invest the new thing, what they want to discover, and what they want to investigate. In that first they have to plan. So here you see, so how do scientists answer a question or solve a problem they have identified? They use organized ways called scientific methods to plan and conduct a study. They use science process skills to help them gather, organize, analyze, and present their information. Scientific method follow the steps, 4 steps. So in the scientific method mainly it have 4 steps. In the first one is asking questions. So about anything, whatever the thing will be happens around them, they will ask about that they will ask some questions. They can able to erase the questions from their brain only. And second step will be form hypothesis. So form hypothesis. Next, third one, plan the experimentation. The third step is plan the experimentation. And next one, after that, conduct the experiments. Next, the fifth one is draw the conclusions. So these are the 5 major steps will be taken in an planning of investigation, means in the scientific method. The first one is asking questions, and second one is making hypothesis. Next, third one is plan the experiments, and fourth one is conduct an experiment. Next, draw the conclusions. So in the first one, observe and ask the questions, means first we have to ask the questions about the thing, whatever you want to discover or whatever you want to investigate. And second one, hypothesis, means we have to write the possible answers. Hypothesis means the possible answers we have to write ourselves. And third one, plan experiment. So for that hypothesis we have to plan one experiment. And fourth one is conduct the experiment. So whatever the experiment will be planned here, that experiment we have to conduct ourselves. Next, the fifth one is finally we can draw the conclusions and communicate the results. So these are the 5 initial steps will be taken, 5 major steps will be taken in the scientific method, which will be proceeded by the scientists all over the world, not only here, all over the world. Whatever the scientists will be taken, these are the scientific methods, these are the major steps will be taken by the scientists. So finally, after getting the conclusions and after communicating the results, so here we have to go for the learning. How reading to learn. So learning is the basic step. And after that, before the reading, so reading whatever the hypothesis and whatever the result will be coming in the experiment, that should be we have to read before that. And during the reading also, whatever the steps we have to take, and after the reading also, what are the steps we have to take in the experimentation, this all we have to observe here. And writing to communicate also. So whatever the final result we are getting in one experiment, that should be we have to write ourselves to communicate each other. So writing about what you are learning helps you connect the new ideas to what you already know. Scientists write about what they learn in their research and investigation to help others also and understand others on whatever the work they have done. So here you see, so in the writing also, here we have 3 types of writings of the results. So here first one, informative writing. So whatever the information we are getting from one experiment, that should be called as the informative writing. And second one is narrative writing. So narrative writing means with examples, describing the experimentation and describing the examples, that should be called as a narrative writing. And third one is expressive writing. So expressive writing means in the expression form. So by writing a letter, by writing a poem, or by writing any songs, so these should be called as the expressive writing. And fourth one is preservative writing. So in the preservative writing, write letters about important issues in science, and writing about what you have learned in science helps others understand whatever the thinkings you have. So those are, so these are when you are getting the result by doing one experiment. So that result also we have to write in 4 types. So in that 4 types, first one is informative writing, second one is narrative writing, third one is expressive writing, and fourth one is the persuasive writing. So these are the 4 types of writings of information. So after this, so what are the steps we have to follow after that? After the observation, after the getting experiment, what are the steps we have to follow here? They are given very clearly. So first one, measuring. So measuring the data. So whenever we are doing the experiment, first we have to observe and we have to measure. So first day what was happened, and second day what was happened, and third day what was happened, like that we have to measure the observation. We have to go for the observation and we have to take the measurements also. And next next one, using numbers. So some scientists, they use the numbers when they collect and display their data also, understanding numbers and using them to show the result of investigations also. So some scientists in the mainly science labs, the scientists, they use the numbers also. to display and to collect their information. And next, interpreting the data. So what is the data they are getting from that particular experiment? The data also they have to interpret themselves by using the tables, charts and graphs are good. These are the good ways to display the data. So these are the another steps we have to follow while doing the experiments in science labs. So next, some scientists they use this number sense also. So scientists must understand what the numbers they use represent. They compare and order the numbers, compute with the numbers. These all the uses of numbers what they have to use in the science lab. And next, safety in science. So what is the safety precautions we have to take in the science lab also, they are given very clearly, children. So in that first one, think ahead means study the steps of the investigation, so you know what to expect. If you have any question, ask your teacher. So be sure to understand and safety symbols that they are shown. So think ahead means if they are given any safety precautions or any cautions they are given, those you have to follow, you should must follow them. And be neat. Second one is neat. So keep your work area clean, and whatever the things we are using in the science lab, those should be always very clean and neat. And third one, don't break any things whatever we are using the labs, and don't use them properly and use them very safety also. Next one, so wear safety goggles anytime if you are directed to do so. If you get anything fall in your eyes, tell your teacher immediately. So when you are doing the experiments with any chemicals, so you have to do very you should do the experiments with very safety precautions. And next one, don't eat or drink anything during a science activity unless you are told to do so by your teacher also. And you don't touch them with your lip or anything also. And next one, protect yourself from shocks also. So when you are doing any experiment with the electric currents or anything, and we have to protect ourselves by wearing the shoes and by wearing the gloves to our hands and everything. And next one, keep the science lab always clean and very neat also. So these are the precautions we have to take in science lab also. Next one, so finally, what are the steps we have to take when doing one experiment, and while giving the result of this one, here they are given with one example. So we'll go for the example. Here you see, first we have to identify the problem. So for example, if you observe in your house or in your home, so example, see, the bulb did not lit in the room. So in your room, when you are when you are writing something or when you are reading something, so the bulb did not lit means the bulb will be suddenly off. So we have to solve the problem. So for that problem, what are the steps we have to take? First we have to question ourselves. So why the bulb will not glow? What happens to that one? So making hypothesis means maybe some possible problems we have to write ourselves. Maybe so what are the what are the things will be there in the bulb? Maybe they are getting failure and some CB filament is there, fuse is there, maybe some switch problem is there, some wire problem will be there. So these are the hypotheses we have to write on the paper. Next we have to collect the information. So information we have to collect to solve the identified problem. Collect material. So what are the things we have to need in here? Those are all the things we have to collect ourselves. Next, collect material like tester, screwdriver, wooden scale, wires, insulation tape, table and blade. These are all the things we have to collect for this problem, to solve this problem. Next, we will go for the analysis. So arrange the collected data or information to conduct the experiment. So here we have to conduct the experiment with collected data, collected things. So conduct experiment to prove selected hypothesis. So next we have to go for the, after the data, we have to go for the observation. So observe the filament of the bulb. Next, finally we will go for the result. So result analysis, analyzing the results to find out the solution for the problem. Based on the result, you need to select another hypothesis to prove. So if the experimentation was not completed, not if the experimentation was failed, then we will go for the another observation, no problem at all. So filament of the bulb is good in the condition, so we need to observe the fuse also. If the filament is good, then we will go for the fuse. If the fuse will be also is it good, then go for the another one, maybe some wire problem or any other problem also. So generalization based on the experiment and its results explain the solution of the problem also. Next, the fuse is damaged, so the bulb does not glow, so we need to replace the fuse. So this is the way to find out solutions for the problems in a scientific way. You may also select such problems and find your own solutions also. Not only this, if any problem is there, if any problem or any thing will be happens in your home, you have to go for in our own way. We have to first so whatever the problem will be there, first we have to get an idea about that one. So we have to question ourselves, and after that we have to hypothesis the answer. Then we will go for the data. So what is the data, what are the things will be needed for that one, then we will go for the experimentation. After the experimentation we will go for the observation. After the observation we'll complete our experimentation, then finally we will get the result also. So this is the scientific method what should be followed by the scientist, not only the scientist, by ourselves also. So these are the major steps we have to take for discovering or anything, or for investing any new idea or new thing. So this is about the science, children. So this is the exact meaning of science also. So this is today's class. If you have the textbooks, you can follow the textbook properly and read this one, and in next class we'll go for the second chapter, it is the cell. Thank you.